So many people dream of living with abundance, more freedom, more opportunities, more flow in life. Yet, no matter how hard they try, something invisible seems to hold them back. Consciously, they set goals, make plans, and work hard. But beneath the surface, in the silent layers of the subconscious, an entirely different story is being told. And it is this story, the one written long ago, that quietly decides whether abundance enters or stays away. The subconscious mind runs almost 95% of your life. It is like an invisible script directing your thoughts, emotions, and choices before you even realize it. If those inner programs say things like money is scarce, success is only for a few, or I'm not worthy, then no amount of conscious effort can fully open the door to abundance. The outer world becomes a reflection of inner limits. But here lies the mystery. The subconscious is not fixed. It can be reprogrammed, reshaped, and realigned with the vibration of unlimited abundance. And when it shifts, reality shifts fast. Suddenly, opportunities appear, synchronicities unfold, and life begins to feel effortless, as though the universe itself is conspiring on your behalf. In this video, you will discover how to unlock that hidden power. You'll learn why abundance isn't something to chase, but something to tune into. You'll understand the simple, natural principles that allow your subconscious to open quickly and align with wealth, joy, and flow. And if you stay until the end, you'll know exactly how to embody abundance so deeply that it becomes your new normal. I'm your guide from Mind Magic Co., here to help you step into this inner transformation. Welcome to our channel, and if you're ready to create from the inside out, make sure to subscribe and join us on this journey. There comes a moment in life when you realize that many of your choices were never truly yours. The way you think about money, success, and even your own worth often feels automatic, like an inner script playing without your permission. That script is the subconscious mind, and it works much like software installed long before you were aware of it. From the time you were a child, every word you heard, every reaction you witnessed, and every belief repeated around you became part of that programming. If your parents often said, "We can't afford that," the subconscious stored it as truth. If society showed you that only certain people become successful, the subconscious recorded it as reality. These programs run quietly in the background, shaping how much abundance you allow yourself to see, accept, and receive. Think of it like downloading an app you never chose. You didn't decide to believe that money is scarce, or that you must work yourself to exhaustion to deserve success. Those codes were installed without your conscious awareness, and now they run automatically, influencing 95% of your daily life. Even when your conscious mind declares, "I want abundance," the subconscious whispers back, "But you can't have it." And the subconscious always wins. The good news is that software can be updated. Just as a computer can install new programs, your subconscious can be rewritten with beliefs that match the life you truly desire. At Mind Magic Co., we call this the hidden art of alignment, shifting the inner story so the outer world no longer resists you. Because once the subconscious accepts abundance as natural, life stops being a struggle and starts flowing in ways you could never have forced through effort alone. Abundance is not a prize waiting somewhere outside of you. It is not locked in a distant future or hidden in material possessions. Abundance is a frequency, a vibration that already exists in the field around you. The question is not whether it's there. The question is, are you tuned to it? Think of a radio station. The music is always broadcasting, but unless you turn the dial to the right frequency, you'll only hear static. In the same way, abundance is always playing in the universe, yet the subconscious mind decides which channel you are able to hear. If your inner programs are tuned to lack, thoughts like "there is never enough" or "I don't deserve more," then even when opportunities surround you, you will miss them. The frequency of abundance cannot come through a signal blocked by scarcity. This is why manifestation is less about effort and more about alignment. When you shift the inner beliefs that say you must struggle, compete, or sacrifice, something powerful happens. The vibration of expansion begins to replace the vibration of fear. You start to see possibilities where you once saw limits. Small synchronicities show up. Ideas flow more easily. People and resources begin to align in your favor, often in ways you never could have planned. Tuning into abundance is not about forcing yourself to think positive thoughts all day. It is about gently guiding your subconscious to accept a new truth, that abundance is natural, safe, and available right now. The more you practice holding this frequency through gratitude, visualization, and trust, the faster your reality responds, because the universe is not withholding anything from you. It is simply waiting for you to match the station where abundance has been playing all along. So much of what limits us lives in the shadows of the mind. We wonder why money slips away, why opportunities don't last, or why abundance feels just out of reach, without realizing that the cause is buried in quiet, unquestioned beliefs. You cannot change what you cannot see. That is why awareness is always the first key. The subconscious is like a storage room filled with boxes you never labeled. Inside are beliefs gathered from childhood, culture, and experiences, beliefs you may have forgotten, but that still shape your life today. Perhaps you grew up hearing, "You have to work hard for every penny." That box now holds a program that equates money with struggle. Or maybe you saw others thrive and quietly thought, "Abundance is for them, not for me." That program now filters out opportunities, making it seem true. Bringing awareness to these hidden patterns is not about judgment. It is about gentle recognition. When you catch yourself thinking, "I'll never get ahead," pause and ask, "Whose voice is this? Where did I learn it?" That moment of awareness loosens the grip of the belief. It stops being an unquestioned truth and becomes something you can choose to release. Manifestation begins with this kind of inner honesty. Abundance cannot flow where blind resistance remains. But the instant you shine light on a limiting program, you create space for a new one to take root. Awareness is not just a mental exercise, it is an energetic shift. It tells the subconscious, "I see you, and I choose differently now." And from that choice, alignment begins. The vibration of abundance becomes clearer because nothing blocks the signal. Awareness opens the door, and once open, abundance has a way of walking right in. The subconscious mind does not change with logic alone. It does not respond to a single thought spoken once and forgotten. Instead, it learns the way it always has, through repetition tied to emotion. Just as a child learns what is safe or unsafe by how it feels in the body, the subconscious accepts beliefs when they are repeated and charged with feeling. Think of a simple phrase like, "I am abundant." If it is spoken flatly without energy, the subconscious barely notices. It becomes just another sound, easily dismissed. But if that same phrase is repeated daily, while your heart is filled with gratitude, joy, or a deep sense of worthiness, it becomes alive. The subconscious takes notice, because it is emotion that gives words their weight. This is why so many people say affirmations without seeing results. They speak the words but still feel fear, doubt, or lack. The subconscious hears the emotion more clearly than the words. To shift it, you must bring the two together, consistent repetition joined with elevated feeling. When you say, "I am abundant," and you allow yourself to feel what abundance would feel like, ease in your body, freedom in your choices, trust in your path, you are programming your subconscious to accept it as truth. Over time, this repetition forms new pathways, replacing the old stories of struggle and scarcity. Manifestation is not about forcing the mind. It is about training it gently, the way a river slowly carves stone. Each repetition, each moment you choose joy and gratitude, while affirming your worth, is another drop shaping your inner reality. Soon the subconscious begins to see abundance, not as a dream, but as a natural state, and the outer world rises to reflect it. The subconscious does not speak the language of sentences or logic. Its native tongue is imagery. Long before you could form words, your mind was already recording pictures, scenes, and feelings. That is why visualization is such a powerful tool for manifestation. It communicates directly with the part of you that decides what is real. When you close your eyes and see yourself living in abundance, the subconscious does not analyze whether it is happening now or in the future. To the subconscious, a vividly imagined picture paired with strong emotion feels just as real as the present moment. This is the secret behind mental rehearsal. Athletes use it to train their bodies, and creators use it to shape their art. In the same way, you can use it to design a life of abundance. Picture yourself waking up in a home that feels expansive and safe. See yourself engaging in work that lights you up, surrounded by opportunities that flow with ease. Feel the emotions that come with that vision: gratitude, peace, joy, freedom. As you hold those feelings with the image, new neural pathways are created in the brain. The subconscious begins to accept this as your truth. Over time, this inner rehearsal shapes your outer reality. You begin to notice doors opening where there were walls. You make choices aligned with the version of you who already lives in abundance. And the more you repeat this practice, the stronger the new program becomes. Manifestation is not about chasing what you lack. It is about convincing the subconscious that abundance is already here. Through images and emotions, you are not pretending. You are teaching your mind to recognize abundance as natural. And once the subconscious believes it, the outer world quickly follows. One of the greatest shifts in manifestation comes when you stop waiting for abundance to prove itself before you allow yourself to feel abundant. The subconscious mind mirrors who you are being in this very moment, not who you say you will be someday. If you wait until more money arrives, or until success is visible, you are teaching your subconscious that abundance is always in the future and never here. True reprogramming begins when you embody abundance now, even in the smallest ways. You can practice generosity without waiting for wealth, by giving your time, sharing kindness, or offering appreciation. You can practice gratitude today by noticing the roof over your head, the food you eat, or the breath filling your body. You can honor self-worth daily by speaking kindly to yourself, by setting boundaries, and by choosing what truly nourishes you. These small acts send a powerful message. Abundance is already part of who I am. When you act as if you are not pretending or playing make-believe, you are aligning your energy with the frequency you wish to live in. The subconscious observes your actions and begins to adjust its programs accordingly. If you consistently show up as someone who is abundant, calm, generous, grateful, and worthy, the subconscious eventually declares, "This is our truth." And once it accepts that truth, the outer world follows. Opportunities flow toward you, not because you forced them, but because you became the version of yourself that naturally attracts them. Embodiment is not about waiting for proof. It is about giving your subconscious the evidence it needs right now. Every act of generosity, every moment of gratitude, every choice rooted in self-worth is a signal: I am abundant already. So often, the desire for abundance becomes tangled in the need to control every outcome. We push harder, plan endlessly, and worry about whether things will unfold in our favor. Yet this constant forcing creates the very resistance that blocks abundance from flowing. The subconscious, always listening, takes the signal of fear and turns it into a repeating pattern. I don't trust life, so I must struggle. But true reprogramming is gentler than that. It does not happen through pressure or control. It happens through release. When you let go of the need to know exactly how or when abundance will appear, you give your subconscious permission to relax. In that state of ease, it becomes receptive, open to new beliefs, and willing to accept that life can unfold in ways far beyond your conscious control. Think of it like holding water in your hands. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips away. But when you open your palms, the water rests there effortlessly. Abundance is the same. When you cling in fear, obsessing over results, you signal to your subconscious that abundance is unsafe, that it must be chased. But when you release and trust, the subconscious learns that abundance is natural, something you can hold without effort. This shift from control to trust is not passive, it is powerful alignment. Trust tells your subconscious, I believe I am supported, and once that belief takes root, the outer world begins to match it. Doors open at the right time. Synchronicities appear without being forced. The subconscious reprograms faster in trust because fear contracts energy, while trust expands it. Relaxation is not weakness. It is the fertile ground where abundance grows. The state of your body is the gateway to the state of your subconscious. When the nervous system is tense, flooded with stress and worry, the subconscious retreats into old survival patterns. It clings to familiar beliefs, often the ones rooted in fear or lack, because they feel safer than change. But when the body feels calm and aligned, a door opens. The subconscious becomes more willing to accept new truths, and abundance programming accelerates. This is why practices like meditation, breathwork, and heart coherence are so powerful. Meditation quiets the constant noise of the mind, creating stillness where new ideas can take root. Breathwork shifts the rhythm of the body, releasing stored stress and signaling to the subconscious that it is safe. Heart coherence, bringing your breath and focus into the heart space, creates harmony between mind and body, producing an inner state of ease and openness. In these moments of calm, the subconscious is like soft soil, ready to be seeded with new beliefs. Affirmations and visualizations spoken during or after these practices sink deeper, because the body is no longer resisting. The message received is it is safe to expand. It is safe to welcome abundance. Calmness is often underestimated in manifestation, but it is one of the most magnetic states you can cultivate. Fear and tension contract your energy, making it difficult for new patterns to form. Calmness, on the other hand, expands your energy field, making you receptive to possibilities that were always present but previously unseen. When you learn to balance the nervous system, you do more than relax. You create an inner environment where abundance feels natural, and in that space of safety and openness, the subconscious mind rewrites itself with ease. Reprogramming the subconscious is never just about repeating words in your mind. It is not a passive practice where you sit and wait for life to change on its own. When the inner story truly shifts, your outer actions begin to shift as well, naturally, effortlessly, without the old resistance that once held you back. Think of someone who has carried the belief, I am not worthy of abundance. With that program running, they might avoid opportunities, hesitate to speak up, or settle for less than they desire. But once the subconscious accepts a new truth, I am worthy, I am capable, I am supported, the behavior changes almost automatically. They begin to take steps they once feared. They say yes to possibilities that once seemed unreachable. These are not forced actions. They are inspired actions born from alignment. This is the bridge between energy and results. Energy alignment tunes your inner frequency to abundance, and the subconscious carries that signal into the choices you make each day. Suddenly, the job application feels natural to send. The conversation with a mentor flows with ease. The creative idea gets acted upon instead of ignored. Each of these steps opens new doors, and those doors are the physical expressions of inner transformation. Manifestation is never about sitting still and waiting for the universe to deliver. It is about becoming the person whose energy is so aligned with abundance that action becomes a joyful extension of that state. The subconscious, once reprogrammed, pushes you forward rather than holding you back. And in that flow, The gap between inner belief and outer reality closes. Energy alignment is not just a feeling. It is the unseen force guiding you toward the results you were always meant to experience. Abundance has never been something outside of you, waiting to be earned or chased. It is already here, woven into the very fabric of who you are. By bringing awareness to your hidden beliefs, repeating new truths with genuine emotion, visualizing with clarity, and embodying abundance in daily choices, you begin to shift the inner story. Add to this the power of release, energetic alignment, and inspired action, and your subconscious quickly learns that abundance is your natural state. When that shift happens, life itself responds. Opportunities, synchronicities, and flow appear, not as accidents, but as reflections of the new frequency you carry. Abundance does not arrive because you demanded it. It unfolds because you became it. As you move forward, let this not just be a lesson, but a practice woven into your everyday life. Notice your thoughts, nurture gratitude, trust the process, and choose actions that align with the version of you who already lives in abundance. The more you embody this truth, the more effortless life begins to feel. Thank you for sharing this space of transformation with us. If you found value in today's message, we invite you to like this video and subscribe to our channel, Mind Magic Co., where we continue to explore the inner shifts that create outer miracles. May you carry this calm, abundant energy with you, today and always.